This nuclear power plant was never finished. Next to it sits an abandoned village once home to Camillo Benso di Cavour, the architect of modern Italy. Here, two ambitions, one human, one industrial, came to an end. This is Leri Ghost Town, where progress stood still, and I'm here to uncover why. Let's explore. Alright guys, we just made it to our second ghost town of the trip. The first one was Fossa, and now we're in a little town not on a mountain. I'm gonna head into this building first, right on my left, and we will see what's left behind. And I'll start by hopping through this window, and we'll get to work. Let's explore. Alright guys, we made it inside the first building in this ghost town. It looks decently empty in here so far, but that's what we also thought about Fossa until we walked into a couple of the houses and realized very quickly there was stuff left in here very much worth seeing. So we're gonna go throughout this explore with a total open mind. The guys went across the street to the church that's abandoned here, and apparently they're pretty blown away from it. So I'm excited to get in there and check it out. We know there's at least a few buildings that are gonna be pretty nice, but these ghost towns are new to me, and I'm really excited to kind of explore a few of them and really see what the differences are, especially while we're here in Italy. So we're just gonna start walking through here. No expectations. We're gonna be totally surprised. All right, let's circle around and go up these stairs. Look how decayed they are. To be pretty careful stepping on this. There's a literal nuclear power plant right behind that building. I didn't even notice that. That's insane. Alright guys, so I'm going to go head down and go on to the next building. There's quite a few of these structures to see here, and I'm going to try my best to kind of run through these emptier ones in hopes that we get to see pretty much everything here. Again, really don't know how much is left behind. This is kind of a big question mark on our trip that we had, but that's also the fun in urbex, is you get surprised. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to duck out the back here. It's absolutely beautiful out. I think we'll duck into this one next. Seems to be decently accessible. That's a funky little bathroom right underneath the stairs. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Like, what? That's such an odd place. Look at the bars on the window. So it looks like there are other cars driving through here. Alright, I think we're good in this building. I'm glad I'm walking through it to at least see it, but there's nothing in here. So I'm gonna go across the street to the church so we can actually see something. I just have a feeling a lot of these buildings are gonna be very, very empty. But the church looks sick, peeking out over there. Beautiful. The guys were really high on the church, so yeah, and I can see why. Can't really tell yet, but it's beautiful in there. I can see that quite well. And it looks like it connects to that building over there too. So potentially this could be a massive church. But oh my gosh. Just wait until you guys see this. Wow. They weren't kidding. This is insane. This is nothing like those first two buildings. Holy shit. This is beautiful. That's crazy that it's still left like this. Wow, look at this altar. This is so gorgeous. Wow. Look at all the ornate details on literally every single inch of this thing. Look at that. That's so beautiful. Insane. Like, this is unreal. Again, I mentioned it once, but based off those first two buildings, even though they said this was gonna be nice, I wasn't expecting this. That kind of gives me hope for the rest of this place. Wow. There's the stairs going up. I think we should do that next. All right, I'm back down the stairs. We're gonna come out and take one more look at the church. I'm gonna grab a photo or two, and we're gonna get out of here and go on to the next building. It's very buggy in here, and I'm getting eaten alive. So I really don't wanna spend that much more time in here. I wanna move on, but this is just so pretty. Again, I can't believe this is here in comparison to those first two buildings. So I'm super excited to see what comes of this place. This is beyond beautiful. We've been in so many churches on this trip already, and this one is just blowing me away. I mean, look at that. Insane. What a treat. Let's go pop into this building on our left. This looks semi-inviting. Actually, we're gonna go look at this first. This is just unreal. That is so insane. Wow. Yeah, so we're gonna obviously try to enter this one from the other side, unless there's a straight path here, which there's not. That looks like hell to go walk through. Warden Wanders is coming this way. All right, so there's people driving through here. We weren't sure if we were allowed to be here or not, but this is more or less a public park, even though it's somewhat hard to find. But Sam just came and found me. I thought it was Warden, but it was Sam, and Sam has some very valuable information to tell me. And the only reason why I thought it was Warden is because this is what he wears.
Gotcha. Around the corner over there, Warden's shooting a building that has painted ceilings in every room. It's a villa.
That's insane. Is it tagged up?
There's some tags, but most it's pretty nice, man. You
Dude,
should check it out.
I was blown away by this church.
I know.
Did you even peek in those buildings?
Yeah.
I was shocked. And also, the fact that this is our backdrop is insane.
Right next to a nuclear.
Yeah, what the hell?
The only thing in the area too.
That is crazy. It almost looks abandoned. I thought I saw a tag on it, but I think that's supposed to be there.
Yeah, no, it's lettering for the company.
That's nuts. Yeah, I've done the church, and I've done these two, so I was gonna go run into this one, that one, and then I think it's really just the stuff behind it after that, huh?
Yeah.
So probably won't be here for too much longer, considering did you walk in these ones right here yet at all? All right. Are you gonna go in there? Well, this does not look like it's gonna be super easy to get into. I almost want to just skip it at this point because the other side is even worse. All right. Well, that's one less building to go check out. I want to go over to these villas next. All right, guys. So we were here earlier. We went in this building, but there was nothing in there. So we're gonna push past it and go into this a little bit more modern brick building. It's not modern at all, but it definitely looks a little newer than these white villas on the side. So we'll see if there's any elements about this that are different from what we haven't seen already. I think this is gonna be the best way to push into here. Okay, we've already learned our lesson once. Oh, fuck. Oh, careful, careful. Ah! Got bit. Wow. No. That's a funky place to hang a sign. Dang. That's beautiful. Pushing into the villa. Immediately we're gonna look at the ceiling, which is stunning. That seems to be a theme here in Italy. The architecture, especially on the ceilings and roofs, is just insane. I mean, it's so ornate, and it's hundreds of years old, and it still looks like this. That's insane, guys. I keep saying that, but I think that word encapsulates this perfectly. No beautiful ceiling in here. All right, let's push into this hallway. I'm gonna assume there's gonna be another nice room in here. Yeah. Look at that ceiling. Warden said that they were towards the front of the building. Oh my gosh, that's so gorgeous. We literally don't have anything like this in the US. This building is hundreds of years old, and it still is this nice. And it's not even tagged like at all, which is weird because the other buildings are kind of messed up in that regard. These rooms are still super decayed. They're still really pretty to look at. And it goes from this destroyed stone. Actually, you can see how nice the tiling used to be in here and how thick it is. That's crazy. It's super dusty. Wipe my hand off. But then we transition into this room, and it's just totally different. And also, to our great surprise, yet again, another beautiful ceiling. What the heck? This is just insane. Last room on this floor, I believe, unless it extends, which it might, actually. Wow. That door looks like it belongs in a castle. Look at these columns. They're so thick. That's crazy. just beautiful in here. Empty, but beautiful. And these ceilings are a treat. Wow, it is hard to balance in here. I'm falling all over these stairs. I'm still trying to figure out how to use this camera properly. This is still one of the first videos I really shot with this, even though I've been using it for a while now. This is so beautiful. How stupid is this? Yeah, we're not climbing up that, especially not with a camera. There's nothing up there anyway I can see in there, so we're gonna turn around and head down. I'll take a few pictures of those ceilings, and then we'll go finish out these other couple buildings. And hopefully the boys come back and report that there's another one of these villas or something with nicely painted ceilings, or who knows, maybe something will be fully set up. Again, that's the beauty of these ghost towns, is you really don't know what you're getting into until you're actually there. There's 0% chance I'm trusting that. 0. But yeah, we're gonna head back down. I'm gonna take some pictures, and I will see you guys outside. Well, this staircase is more beautiful than the last, but we already went to the top floors. What we didn't do, though, is we didn't pop out onto the little balcony on the other side. So I'm really curious how this looks, what the view's like out here. Squeeze my way through. And yeah, it is fully overgrown. But in my opinion, this is true abandonment right here. Hundreds and hundreds of years old. And this is all that remains of a life once lived. It sounds poetic, and it may be a little poetic, but it's true. All right, I think I spoke too soon. There is another section to the upstairs, so I'm glad I walked up these, because something told me that I was missing something. And regardless of not, if there's anything up here, it's still gonna be worth seeing. So I'm gonna flip the light on here, try not to fall up the stairs. There was probably a mural up there, something at one point, but wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm glad I came up here. Holy shit, I almost just skipped right over this, thinking I saw the whole thing. I bet there's gonna be one in here too, if the pattern follows suit. Yeah. Oh my god. Guys, come on. This is so sick. Insane. Literally insane. Look at the wallpaper. That flower design. Gorgeous. And I love how it's not tagged up. Looks like the vandals left this building alone for the most part. As they should, considering how old this is. Wow. So I'm gonna make a very wild assumption and say these are gonna be very similar to the first building that we came into and the second. So I don't know how much time we'll spend in here. We might just kind of run through this decently quick because I don't want to show you guys empty rooms if I can avoid it. I just got bit pretty bad by something and my leg is swelling a little bit, so I really don't want to spend a whole lot more time here. Like, it's pretty, but I am like bitten alive. And after our first explore from this morning, which will be on the channel at some point, maybe by the time this video is posted, who knows, I got cut up bad. The hell are these guys doing?
Hey, excuse me, this is private property. I'll have to ask you to leave.
Shit. Alright guys, so basically we're gonna kind of skip the rest of this. This is all just empty and open. It's absolutely beautiful, and I will step in here for 5 seconds just to show you. But the guys went through and they took a look, and besides those couple buildings we went in, it is, well, empty. So popping in here very fast just to show you. Still, it's beautiful decay in here. It's gorgeous, but it's very empty. And there's just all these little corners that lead to nothing. Guys, this like really sucks. I am getting eaten alive and cut up. I mean, this is a little ridiculous. It might not seem that bad, but they sting, and I keep getting bit in places where I got cut. So even on my leg, that's ridiculous. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here now. I realized I haven't even flipped the camera around on myself yet, and I just wanted to say I've probably been to, 5, 6, 7 ghost towns to this point, and the ones in Italy have just been different. Just the fact that they're this old, and there can be nothing in it, and then you walk into a place like the church or that one villa, and it's just full of all that beautiful artwork and ornate detail and decoration. I mean, it's just, you don't see that anywhere in the United States. So I hope you guys enjoyed. We're gonna go ahead and move on. We have way too many spots to sit here and dwell over a couple of empty buildings, but I think this is super sick, and I am so happy we got to see this ghost town. There are a few other buildings in the front, but they also popped into those and said they're not worth it, and I'm sure you guys would rather me go and film another banger of a video instead of just an empty building. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon. Peace out.